curious about the paradox of comfort. We all want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And, in some respect, peace. God's peace, man. Seeking God's peace. But, then of course, on the flip side, comfort is death. Comfort is rot. Comfort is seducing. Comfort is the subtle force of fear. That we seek comfort in attainable reliability. That we fulfill, that we manifest within ourselves and to the world, the prostitute archetype, not only infecting ourselves, but modeling that archetype for others, affecting the, feedback loop between the material world and eternity, just by being comfortable. I guess sometimes I like to talk about general curiosities. Sometimes I like to talk about different relationships I've found, things I think are interesting, kind of whimsical, like a play way to. I always think I'm educating the soul. Sometimes maybe not. Sometimes it's entertainment, but I at least fool myself. But I guess today I really am having a I viscerally feel a question within me related to things in my life. And then not only my own comfort, but the comfort of other people. I always feel like I'm too comfortable, but yet not comfortable enough. That's not good, because I want to do, but I think everything's interesting and everything's work. And it has gotten to a point where, at least in my mind, there's not a distinction between work and the rest of the time. I'm on a mission, period. And it's a learning mission and a doing mission, or an unlearning, whatever that is. And I might be going about it all wrong, but it's always there. Everything relates to it. My mission. My path. So when it comes to other people, I think sometimes, well, it just seems as though, and I'm blind as a bat, blinder than a bat. But it seems as though everyone's, I don't want to say more asleep than me. I think, like in my life, in my surroundings, in this subjective universe I've created for myself, and I'll take full responsibility for it. Well, no, I guess I haven't taken full responsibility. I have theoretically, but I don't think it sunk in, because I'm still I'm still gnawing on it. But I feel like people are asleep. Sorry. Okay, I said it. Oh man, we're all so clueless. There's so much, there's just so much information out there. I mean, life is this miracle. Even the most mundane philosophical description of life. I mean, what a miracle. Okay. Kind of a big deal. It's like the omnipresent one true thing. In some, it almost precedes, I think, therefore I am. Miracle. Miracle. The miracle precedes the thinking of amness. I mean, clearly. So, why is everybody in such a hurry to waste their life and die? So that's how I go through, most of the day thinking. And, yet, sometimes I do push too hard. I've done better lately, but I also feel as though I've taken on a certain laziness in the progress of my physical world, because I'm really enjoying some of the, mental things. And I do live a pretty active physical life. It's the nature of my work and so on, but well, I'm trying to move right now, but I'm still working on a couple art projects and, still reading stuff and still watching YouTube. But it's not fluff. Some of it might be horseshit, and sometimes I'm sure I do. I get really caught up in figuring out the game. But, mostly I'm trying more and more to rely on my intuition, which is it's a learning process for sure. But then I'll surprise myself, and it's usually when I'm not thinking about it. But I guess once we accept that that's the nature of reality, it becomes, less shocking. I mean, no, it's obviously, but you don't have to run out in the streets or tell everybody guess what? So anyway, sometimes people want me to chill out. Spend time with people. And I interact with people a lot throughout the day. But I've gotten to the point now where I don't hang out to speak of. I've got a couple friends that I'll see socially for a couple few hours a week, every other week. And they do share some of my interests, but usually if I do much more than scratch the surface, it's just really not worth it. But that's cool too, that's fine. But it's people want me to chill out, and it's hey, I got somewhere to be. I got something to do. I'm not sure of all the details yet. Don't know exactly what that outcome is, but I feel the propulsion. I feel the pull, and I feel the drag. That's it. I feel the pull, the teleological pull, it could be said that I don't actually feel it, that, I'm witnessing things through that paradigm, meta-paradigm. Unfortunately, I'm not yet a good enough mathematician to prove it. But, I'm not saying I'll be the guy who figures it out, but, there's a lot of life left. I have nothing better to do, so I might as well figure it out. Well, no, I mean, there's other stuff, but hey. But I feel the pull. Regardless, I mean, it's the best. If it is my paradigm that I'm seeing things through, it's the best one I have so far. And it makes sense and it works in my life. And I've proved, I guess I haven't proved it at the core. But I see the evidence. It makes sense. It's relatively clear. I'd say, it's obviously clear. I eat, drink, and sleep it. It's not because I'm a meat suit. I feel the pull. I feel the drag. So, I have cleared out a lot of drag, man. Physical objects. People. Unnecessary things. There's still more, but my life has improved as I've decreased the drag, both in the utilitarian functions of my life, my physical life that supports my mental life. I know it's mental life that supports physical life in the end, but because I don't know how that works yet. I'm still doing it backwards. But as those go smoother, there's less junk in my mind. And as David Allen says, the whole point isn't just to become a robot, it's to automate your physical utilitarian processes so you don't have things on your mind, so you can operate from zero, which is the source of all true creativity. That's home. I want to go home. So anyway, that is better, and also just the way I feel. Physically, mentally. But I still feel drag. So there's more to be cleared. I mean, clearly, I'm trying to pack to move, and I just have things everywhere, and I sacrifice on cleaning, it's like, well, I let things get dirty so I can spend my time reading, and so on, when I should be packing probably, but I'm also trying to go with the flow, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I keep making steps down this path. I'm just not sure if I'm doing it quickly enough. But it seems, what's funny, is it seems almost like it goes more quickly the less I try. I've been listening to Master Teacher 33, Will Rogers, Wake Up Black America, a lot lately. And, I've really enjoyed listening to him. He's been on a little vacation, honeymoon. But up until then, it was like practically a part-time job trying to keep up with his content. Holy cow! But anyway, he made the distinction that really resonated with me about the difference between being driven and being authentic. Boy, if that ain't me. And, it's encouraging. It's encouraging, because I just want to be authentic, and that's what I'm afraid to do. But expressing oneself to the world authentically, that's almost the easy part, if you can actually find out what your own authenticity is, and what isn't just some, like, neurosis. It's like, we're all psychotic, narcissistic, neurotic, like, stacked on top of each other. And I am my own special brand of that. So it's hard to figure out sometimes, like, what we believe, how we feel, where our beliefs and feelings match up, for the overall good or for the overall not so good. So I don't always know what's good. But sometimes that's okay, you just need to know what's less worser, because less worser is more better. I guess I don't want to live a life of comfort and laziness. And I do want to work hard. I'd like to do something different than I do now. It doesn't have tremendous social value, shy of whatever good relationships I make along the way, or the occasional job here or there, but mostly it's, well, what's very appealing to, like, house magazines, but an aesthetic that I just do not agree with, can't in good conscience agree with, even if it looks nice. Things looking nice are not justification alone for their existence. So I want to work hard, but I'm less interested lately in working hard to create a nightmare. Like, we so passively brush off our nightmares that we see around us every day. Like, it's okay to be human and to be hurt by what you see, because it's not right, otherwise we wouldn't all be here in this predicament. Whether I'm right or wrong about that, I don't know. I guess in the end, I'm trying to appeal to my own. And you, if there's anyone out there for my voice, I'm trying to appeal to both of our better instincts. What do they call them? Creature comforts? Feature comforts? Creature comforts? Sometimes that type of comfort is violence. It's violence against the self in one way, and violence against others in gross disproportion. And it's not justified. And it can also hinder or completely destroy the possibility of true comfort of health, wellness. And loving community. Maybe that's what my issue is. There's still things in my physical world that I need to do that I'm afraid to do. Things to do with my health, things to do with community. Maybe that's it. I'm scared to try and fail. You know, I'm scared of two things with community. I'm scared of rejection, still. There's that child within me. Less so now than I used to be. I think people are always nice, but on their best behavior at first, but when all of our ugly sides come out. And yeah, I'm also equally afraid of being in the wrong community. Whatever that means, because that so affects everything else. I guess here's the thing too, for me, my question on comfort for today. It's been difficult, and maybe maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. It probably is. But the world doesn't make me feel it's fine. I guess I don't have many... I love people. I love people. And I love intimacy. And I love honesty. And I love talking. I love hugs. And I love all these great things. But, like, I really want to be that way with everyone, and I want everyone to be that way with me, and I want everyone to be that way with each other. And I'm not looking for friends who like me better than someone else, or don't like certain type of people, or like to laugh at people. And not to say that I still don't do these things. I'm in a group, people laugh, haha, and then I catch myself, oh man, this isn't exactly how I want to represent myself. And sometimes, of course, off-color dirty humor is completely appropriate, but sometimes when it's at the expense of people we know, it's really not. But anyway, like, I've not, and I have brought myself, I guess maybe I've thrown the baby out with the bathwater. Maybe there's some relationships that I could have kept. It's just I didn't know where the bad was coming from, so I got rid of everything, I think. That, and I wanted, I guess, the space to change and not be what people expect me to be. Because sometimes when you're different, and a lot of times I clown around, tell a lot of jokes, ham it up, and so sometimes if I'm quiet or just thinking, or people think something's wrong with you, and it's like, dude, I'm multifaceted, man. Just like you, just like everybody. Like, why do I always have to be the same thing? But anyway, I guess what I'm getting at is I haven't had really any type of sustained long-term friendships. I mean, growing up and so on. I guess I felt uncomfortable a lot. And I'm just wondering, sometimes it makes me wonder if I'm capable. Or if it's an actionable capability. If it's possible, or if it's compossible. My harmony with others is possible, but does it come possible with the existing universe? Is it possible, compossible, or impossible because of how I am? Or like my nature, what I am, who? I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. I just, I mean, it's kind of silly to think that people need or should, go through, be born in a place and have the same everything forever, but, and of course, yeah, no, I really have tried to become more autonomous, and sometimes around other people, it's hard, man. It's hard.